What's up guys, Paul here from ecommercegold.co.uk. Now in this video I'm going to be looking at and reviewing the UK's largest e-commerce platform, EKM, formerly known as EKM PowerShop. Now these guys have been around since the early 2000s and have gone on to help over 80,000 businesses here in the UK, in Europe and worldwide start selling online. So they're definitely right for a review from me. Now I have reviewed these guys on ecommercegold.co.uk, but I wanted to do a video review so I can take you through the system, show you what it's like to use and give my thoughts and opinions on some of the elements within the EKM dashboard and the EKM system. So with that said, let's jump into the video, and I'm going to jump into my computer right now. Not literally. Now the first thing we're going to look at is the pricing of EKM. Now EKM is pretty much in line with the majority of other e-commerce platforms out there on the market, because their basic package starts from around about £30 a month, well just over at £30.49 a month. If you're not registered, then you will have to pay an additional 20% on top of this. If you are VAT registered, you don't need to worry about this at all, because you can just claim it back against your VAT. But that's pretty much the standard, like, industry entry level is around about that £30 a month, and as you move up through the packages from the standard to the advanced, it's pretty much the same as the majority of other platforms. Things do change a little bit when you move onto the EKM Pro package, which is for big businesses. This is for businesses turning over in excess of £1 million a year and costs £549.99 a month plus VAT obviously, but if you're that big you'll be VAT registered, so you don't have to worry about the VAT. This comes with a lot of perks for big businesses. You get your own strategic account manager, you get your own marketing assistants on there. They'll go through and help you continue to grow and manage your website. But you do get a lot of help on the basic packages as well. Now with the basic package and the standard package, you get pretty much a basic evolution mode. But what's evolution mode? Well, evolution mode is a feature that's pretty much unique to EKM in the fact that they've developed a team of industry specialists, so design specialists, sales specialists, marketing specialists, and every year on the basic and standard packages they will go through and analyze your website. They'll go through and come up with suggestions of what you can do to improve your site, how you can get more sales, if there's any design things that need changing. They'll go through and they'll come up with a list of things that you can do to improve your site, and if you want to go ahead with this, best of all, they will implement it for you free of charge. This is absolutely fantastic. It's like having your own team of experts available to you every year. When you move on to the advanced package, you get this on a monthly basis. So you get this team look through your site, see what needs changing, see what they think can be improved, and then they'll give you the feedback, and if you want to go ahead with it, just give them the go ahead and they'll do it all for you. And this is something that is generally only available on top packages with other platforms. A lot of the standard packages just do not include this. This is something that's quite exclusive to EKM, and it's a really good feature of the site. Now one thing I do want to cover when it comes to EKM pricing is their tiered pricing. When you hit certain sales thresholds in a year, you'll automatically be moved up to the next package. Now some people don't like this, but actually it's not a bad thing, because you do get much more from the EKM team when you move up to the next package. Most of this is in terms of support, because when you move up from the basic, you have your own dedicated account manager for 6 months. This is fantastic. This is once again one of these things you only get on high-end packages with other platforms. So you get your own account manager who you can call up, see if you've got any problems. You've got a point of contact within the EKM company, but you also get more resources as well. You get more in terms of server resources and things like that to help and improve your website, because EKM actually do want your websites to grow. They want you to get sales, they want you to be successful. They are passionate about e-commerce, and they're always doing things to change and improve their platform that's beneficial to you. So while the tiered pricing might not apply to some people, it is actually a pretty good thing, because you do get a lot more in terms of resources and support. So I'll leave that up to you how you feel about that. For me, I think it's a pretty good thing, because it's helping you grow your business by getting more support, because your website's going to be growing. There's going to be more things you're going to encounter, and having more contact and support within the EKM team is an absolutely fantastic thing to have. So that's pretty much everything on the pricing. What I'll do is I'll talk about how you get started with EKM next, because there is one little kind of quirk with the EKM system when you get started. So to start with, it looks pretty simple. You just enter your email address and password. But on the next page is a section to enter your credit card information, which you do have to do before you sign up to EKM. Now, once you've gone through the sign up process, you'll be taken into your EKM dashboard. Oh, not quite on the dashboard yet. Now, when you first sign in, you'll be greeted by this screen. Now, there are 3 other blocks here, which is your basic setup guide, which are name your shop, add your first product, and customize your design. As you can see, I've already done this because I've been playing around with the EKM platform when I've been doing my reviews. But this is a good introductory guide and takes you through pretty much everything you need to do in order to get your EKM store up and running. The only thing that I think is missing from this is there's no prompt to set up your legal pages, which are your privacy policy and your terms and conditions. And here in the UK, they are a legal requirement. So I would like to see a prompt in there somewhere for you to do that. But this is something that no e-commerce platform does. So I'll let EKM off with that at the moment. But the dashboard is pretty simple, and once you go through all these things, it'll be changed into a sales summary, like a sales report dashboard, as you expect to see with the majority of other platforms. So it'll have like sales figures, orders. So once you log in, you can see what you need to do on that day when you're managing your e-commerce store. I did mention this earlier about account managers. When you move on to the standard package or the advanced package, you'll have access to your account manager right here within your dashboard. Now, this is really, really good. It's really useful just having somebody that you can contact straight away. So that is the EKM main dashboard when you sign in, and that's the setup guide. It's pretty easy to get started and set up and running with EKM. So let's talk about the EKM dashboard itself. EKM have gone with a top navigation menu, which is slightly different to the majority of other e-commerce platforms who go for a sidebar menu. Now, this isn't better or worse in any way because pretty much everything is there that you need to be there. The only quibble I have with the EKM dashboard is this section here, which is the shop section, and I'll explain why now. Now, the shop section is okay, but there's a lot of things going on in the shop section because there's a combination of design elements along with general store management elements such as adding products and adding categories. While this isn't a bad thing, it does take a while getting used to, and personally I would prefer it if all the design elements were under the design section, because it would just make customizing your theme, which I'm going to go over in a little bit easier to do. Yeah, so that is the only real quibble I have with the actual navigation of the EKM dashboard is the shop section, because it's kind of a little bit unclear as to what the main purpose of it is, because there's so much you can do in there. But all the rest of the main headings are really simply laid out. So you've got your orders, your analytics, your design, and your features. And while I'm on features, I'll go into the features are what EKM effectively call their apps, because these are single-click installations that add a variety of different features to your site. As you can see, I've installed a couple of them already. I'll talk about this one more in a minute. Now, the majority of these are free to use. In fact, I think there's only 2 that you have to pay for, which is the web statistics and the postcode lookup. And other than that, all the others are free to use. Yes, the trade discounts and the API are locked to the advanced plan, but once you get to there, they're free to use. Other than that, every single other one is free to use. They're free to install, and they're really, really simple to install. So what you do is you just click on it, it'll take you into the feature, and then this is probably hidden behind my face, but there is a little green button down here that says install feature. You simply click on that and it will one-click install it for you. So it's just as easy to uninstall these features as well, because you simply go to edit install features, click remove, and it will remove it for you. Simple, one-click install, one-click removal. Now, these features, they have actually some really, really good features on here. You get a free 03 phone number, so you get a free incoming business number. Now, you can't dial out on this number, but you can receive incoming calls on this. Now, this is partnered with another company, and you can upgrade your plan with them, so you do actually have an outgoing and incoming number as well. But as a free incoming business phone number, I think that's absolutely fantastic. Other things you get are, you get loyalty points, you can import your eBay orders as well. So you can manage that directly from your EKM dashboard. And once you go around, there's quite a few other features. I cover this more in my written review on ecommercegold.co.uk, which I'll leave in the description below. I'll leave a link in the description below, sorry. Which I cover this in a bit more detail because there's a lot of features on the EKM platform, and it will take me pretty much a complete video to go through every single one. So I'm not going to cover it too much in this video. The only one I'm going to talk about, I'll actually talk about now, is the Advanced Inventory Manager, because this is when it comes to managing your inventory. So when you're managing your inventory, you want to add products, you want to add categories, and you also want to manage it. You want to manage your inventory levels, your stock levels, and things like that. Now, without the Advanced Inventory Manager feature, this isn't the easiest thing to do with EKM. Now, adding a new product within EKM is really, really simple. All you need to do is navigate to the shop section of the dashboard, click on the add product, and it will bring up a pop-up menu. And as you can see, we'll go back. As you can see, all these are grayed out until you start typing in your product name. So you go for, let's call it test product 1, and then it'll bring up all these other sections. So you can have variations, images, attributes, options, lots of things that you need to do and need to fill out in order to completely list your products properly. Everything's available from the get-go. There's no need to go in and edit these products again because everything's available from the start. Now, when you do install some features such as custom metadata, you will see additional sections appear in these menus. So it's worth going through it and seeing what you need to start with, seeing what's missing from like add products and things like that. So you can go through, see if the features are there, install the features, and then go through and add your products, because it'll just make life easier rather than creating the project and then having to go back in and edit it. But it is really easy to add a new product. The pop-up menu has got really good headings, it's really easy to use, and it doesn't take long to get used to using it. And it's pretty much the same when you come to add your category as well. Once again, it's another pop-up menu. This time you have less options because you don't need as many options. You don't need like product attributes and things like that. Instead, there's just the basic things you need to do to add that category. Really, really simple. The one thing I don't like in the core EKM is how you edit your products. It just doesn't work that well to me, because you have to go into your shop section, click on edit content, then actually go through and click on the products individually to edit them, and it brings back up this screen. I don't really like this. It doesn't work that well, and it's pretty time consuming, especially if you have a large inventory. That is where the Advanced Inventory Manager feature really, really does come into its own, because the Advanced Inventory Manager feature allows you to edit all your products from one simple menu. And when you click on a product, it'll bring up lots of options you can change. You can change the product title, you can change product codes, you can change your stock level and your price, all from a single dashboard. Now, me personally, I would prefer the Advanced Inventory Manager to be the shop section. It would just make life so much easier to manage your EKM dashboard, because everything would just be there. It would be available in a single place. And there are design elements within the shop dashboard that I'm going to cover next, which I prefer to see moved into the design section. So let's have a look at the design elements that are in the shop section. So when you go into shop, when it loads, if you click on edit design, it'll bring up certain things within your theme that you can edit. So you can edit the logo from here. You can then go in, edit text. You can edit your images, so your main images, your like featured images. You can edit text within there. Having all this in the shop section, along with being able to edit your products, it's just a bit too much for me. I prefer to see all this stuff moved into the design section, where you could do it all from one simple menu, do it from one overview. It would just make design so much easier on the EKM dashboard. Now, EKM have a great selection of themes. That's one thing that definitely does go in EKM's favor when it comes to design, is the amount of themes they have to choose from. When you go into the theme selection, there's actually over 60 free mobile responsive themes that you can choose from. In fact, every theme that's on the EKM dashboard is free to use. If you click on premium themes, there's no results. That's because every single, well, right click, that's because every single theme is free to use. And there's some really, really great design themes that cover a variety of different industries and niches. And to edit your theme, you just go back into the design section, And what you can do is you can edit the layout of your themes. Now it is a little bit restrictive, the theme editor, because you can only hide existing elements that are on that theme. There isn't a selection of like other elements or widgets or blocks, whatever you want to call them, that you can insert into the theme. This is one thing I would like to see added to EKM, because it would make customizing your theme so much easier and so much better, because you could really make the theme fit your brand and your business without just removing sections. It'd be nice to really customize your theme within the EKM dashboard. Now you can change different elements on different pages. So you go into category pages, you can hide the category name, you can hide subcategories and things like that. There are quite a few things you can change within the EKM dashboard. So when you go back off that, because that's the layout editor, you can then edit the logo, you can change colors, you can also add custom code as well. So if you know HTML, CSS, anything like that, or you know anybody who does, you can actually inject this into existing EKM themes, which is pretty cool. But as I say, I would like to see the elements that are in the shop section moved into the design dashboard, because it would just make the overall theme customization much more involved, and I think a lot better just in general. So if you haven't already got this from this yet, it's just the shop section that I don't really like about the EKM dashboard. Everything else works really, really well. So far I've covered the features, and I've looked at managing your inventory, also customizing your theme and the theme selection. So the next thing I'm going to look at is managing your orders, because this is hopefully where you're going to be spending most of your time in the EKM dashboard. Not sure what's updated there. But managing your orders is really, really easy to do within EKM. It's one of the better systems out there, because when you select orders, you can either edit orders in bulk or you can edit them individually, depending on what you need to do. And what you can do is you can change order statuses, and you can also print invoices and packing slips directly from the EKM order management dashboard. This is really helpful and really useful if you're going to be having lots and lots of orders. Now, printing off orders from EKM dashboard is really easy. You just select them either individually or using the main overview tick there, and then you click on print selected. You then have some options for the layout of your packing slips, and the reason for this is because EKM actually supply a range of packing slips that you can buy from them. So if you click on the need packing slips button there, or link, it'll bring you to this page, and then you can choose which ones you want to buy. So it may be that with your selected packaging, that one label is going to work better than the other, and all these labels are removable, so you can simply stick the address to your order and send it out. Really, really simple. So that is pretty much the order management. You can do everything from the main order menu. So you can change statuses, you can print off your invoices directly from the order management menu. This makes it great if you have a large number of orders. So that's pretty much the EKM dashboard. I think I've covered pretty much everything. I'll have a quick look at the analytics. The analytics isn't too bad within EKM. You can have a good overview of what your best selling products are, how many orders you've had, what your health is. There's also more statistics and features you can install. You've got search statistics, which says what people have been searching for on your site. You've also got back in stock notifications and abandoned cart statistics. If you want to, you can also upgrade and pay for the advanced web statistics, which gives you more information about how visitors have come into your site and what they do on your site. So if reporting and analytics are important to you, you might want to check the web statistics feature out. But that's pretty much it when it comes to analytics. So there's a look at the EKM dashboard. It's not bad, honestly. The shop section could use a bit of improvement in my opinion, but I've already covered that. But everything else works. The order management's really good, the analytics aren't bad, the features are really, really good, they're really easy to install. One thing I did miss about the features is there is some third-party integrations in the features. So if you scroll down to the bottom of the features page, you can integrate with some third-party ones such as Raw Mail Click and Drop, Limworks, Reviews. So you might want to check these out if you use any of these third-party systems. So the last thing I want to talk about is EKM support. Now, EKM support is one of the things that really helps them stand out from the crowd, because their support is excellent. With the basic package, you get an introductory phone call that takes you through setting up your dashboard, also helps you answer any questions. And when you start moving up the packages, as I mentioned earlier, you do get your own account manager, which is really, really useful and something you only get on premium packages with other platforms. But generally, the support is fantastic anyway. Whenever I've had to contact them, they've always been really quick to reply and also been really, really helpful. And there's multiple ways you can actually contact EKM support as well. There's a live chat icon directly in the EKM dashboard. Unfortunately, I can't show it on the screen because it's actually hidden behind my face. But there is a live chat icon that you can use, and it'll tell you if there's somebody available. If not, they will always get back to you as soon as they can. When you go into your main dashboard, you'll also have their contact number and a support pin, so you can just phone them up and get through to someone straight away. You can also drop them an email and they'll reply to you as soon as possible. Honestly, it's one of the things that really does make EKM stand out is the quality of their support. Not only in terms of technical support, but also helping your business grow. They do want to help you grow. They do want to help you to be successful. It's one of the things you get when you're involved with EKM, that's like their main thing. They want to help people grow. So my conclusion on EKM, is it a good platform? Yes. There are a couple of quirks with it. Mainly, as you've probably guessed, is the shop section for me. Also the credit card on sign up. Those are the two biggest kind of stumbling blocks for the platform for me, but the rest of it just works. The order management's really, really good. The advanced inventory manager feature is fantastic and allows you to do all of your inventory management from a single place. The support is brilliant from the team, and they really do want to help you grow. So is it a viable alternative to Shopify? Yes, it most definitely is. There's some things it doesn't do quite as well as Shopify, but there's other things it does much better than Shopify. So yes, it is most definitely a viable alternative. For me, I would definitely suggest trying both of the platforms out. And I'm going to be doing a comparison video in the future between EKM and Shopify. So if you're interested in that, then subscribe to the channel. Quick little plug there. But yeah, it is a really, really good platform. I do like using it, and I do like the support and interaction you get from the EKM team. That is the one thing that really does stand out for me about the platform, is the support that you get as a business. So that brings me to the end of the review. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you want to read more about EKM, I think there's some things I've probably covered in a bit more detail in my written review, which I'll leave a link in the description to below. I'll also leave a link to my partner link in the description below, so you can go and try EKM out for yourself. And if you go through my partner link, you do get an exclusive 28-day free trial, so you can really test the system out before upgrading to a paid plan, if that's what you want to do. So yeah, that brings me to the end of the review. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, I'd really appreciate it if you could hit that like button, especially if you've learned something. But yeah, thank you once again, guys, so much for watching. I do really appreciate it, and stay awesome, guys, and I'll see you all in the next video.